Namo Namaha. In last episode, we talked about Vagyajna Kulam's Gurukulam's features, salient features, and how do we implement them. In this episode, we'll be talking about our Gurukul's philosophy in more details and in more depth. Namo Namaha, Acharya.
Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha.
So to open our conversation today, my first question is, how do you think Vagyajna Kulam is reviving ancient Gurukul system, and how is it able to connect it to the modern world?
Yes. Thank you very much for presenting this question. Because we think in this today's world, we think that revival of ancient Gurukul means revival of atmosphere, which was there in ancient times.
Right.
So atmosphere, to what extent we can revive it?
Right.
We'll have to think it. To what extent that ancient scenario can come back and we can live in that. And if it is not there, and how will we execute the principles which are there in ancient shastras and system? How the knowledge bank was imparted to students. We are supposed to go deep to revive it today. We cannot revive only the atmosphere or only the ways or outer side of it. We'll have to adopt very thankfully we'll have to take some part of it, some philosophy of it, which is possible to execute today in modern world also. Which is useful for infinity. Means it is possible to execute those principles anytime, anywhere, though the outer situation is not matching it.
Okay, that's interesting.
Today we are driving, we are creating a lot of pollution, we are switching on lights.
Yes.
And everything is changed.
Right.
So we are supposed to match with it.
Right.
So that outer atmosphere is totally will become artificial if we give it. So this is not the way to revive it. The way to revive it is, I think, that we are supposed to go principally. How the knowledge bank was imparted. That exposure is very big today. The most important part is that exposure of kids has definite impact on their being.
Okay.
If they are exposed to some thought which is international about atom bomb,
Right, or even
then
current situation.
they will discuss about.
Yeah.
So they are there to discuss about all these informations to which they are exposed.
Correct.
So they will have to understand what is meant by atom, what is meant by bomb, what is meant by. So all this information which is connected to modern world is needed to be given.
Okay.
Which is there in modern education. But how will we incorporate that imparting of knowledge bank which is there very big? The knowledge bank is very big.
Right.
And even inform all these things which are there to match with the modern world.
Okay.
These information are given in modern education and it is possible for them to sort out them and think about. But once we give that ancient knowledge bank to them, how can the time, how will we manage the time to have whole of this information which is there in modern education also.
Right.
In modern education.
Right.
So what is to be done? If atmosphere is given ancient atmosphere, then what will they do with the exposure?
Correct.
They are getting outside. And if we decide that only shastras and their approach is to be taught and they are supposed to develop from inside, then suddenly how will they feel when they are exposed to the world outside? So totally, always we are in this dilemma that what is to be done. Modern information, should we waste our time in that, or should we give time to develop the child according to our ancient knowledge bank. These are
this is a perfect
ends,
dilemma, right?
So here what is important is that if you try to revive atmosphere, then it happens naturally that you are constrained, you are in strain to make it.
Yeah, you are probably going to go after just creating the atmosphere. You will spend a lot of energy.
And then naturally it happens that students are exposed outside, but you're not allowed to talk about here. So if Gurukulam is having the different atmosphere, which is ancient kind of, then they are not allowed to talk about.
Right.
So this is not done, this is not possible.
Okay.
And this is not natural also.
Right.
So what is natural, most natural for them? So this is there that till infinity, which principles are helpful to humanity, mankind, those principles are there, connected to practical life, your own human life. How do you manage your mind, body and intellect for living your prosperous life?
Right.
So this information is not enough. You are supposed to generate their, I won't call them habits, their total approach in totality to live their life with modern world, with modern information. Okay. So this is, midway where modern information is too, vast.
Okay.
You're supposed to teach them wherever they are exposed, what do they take? So this training is there in our ancient knowledge bank.
Okay.
Lot of information is there in front.
Right.
Child should get that ability that what is useful for him for just now for his development.
Okay.
If he is wasting his time behind information which is about materialistic impressions and materialistic identification, that type of informations, he should be able to sort them out.
So can I ask you a relevant question towards this? Many times I observe kids, they are influenced by other languages, like they want to learn German. Right now there is a rage about learning Korean language. I don't know why.
Very nice.
But as you said, there is an influence. This is the external influence. So in the example or the principle that you just talked about, how do we apply that? So they're exposed to these external languages. How do we
see? Now this is their own confidence that anywhere I go, I can adopt any language. If I go to Korea, I can adopt the language within a month. Right. If I go to Germany, I can adopt language within a month.
Right.
So this confidence is created through ancient knowledge bank. If this confidence is there with them, it doesn't matter that which means just now I should learn some language. This focus will be changed totally. If they have this confidence, they won't say that just now I'll give my time for Korean language. No. Whenever I want to travel, I am ready, I am open. I love those people. Where am I going? I am going. And it's possible to adopt. Once I learn to adopt, it is most easy to adopt any kind of information in the world. This confidence itself is, universal truth, which is essence of Indian knowledge bank. Which is the essence, It's an essence of Indian knowledge bank where you know what is information, you know what is knowledge. So if you're confident enough, you won't crave to learn French sentences and impress them in front of your friends. Or you won't crave to learn some skills which are outer skills and you can impress others. So why this is done? Because knowledge bank is not with you. That Indian knowledge bank is not with you.
Okay, this is beautiful. Information versus knowledge. Okay. Yes.
If that knowledge bank is with you, you understand that everything changes, everything is in change, and nothing is stable. And whatever I wish, whatever I expect, I can adopt it for the time being, and I can leave it whenever I want. So this superficial adoption of things, it is for time being. I can adopt it for some time, and I can leave it, no problem. There is no permanency at all.
Right.
So this wisdom, if the child has this wisdom, he will not crave for collecting information and impressing others by that information.
So in this revival process that we're talking about, the ancient part would be the knowledge that we inherit from that ancient past.
Yes. See, what happens, most of the times we think that knowledge is that if we know it, then we can present it.
Right.
It's not possible. We are supposed to live with it. We are supposed to be with it. So once you know about some principle, if you know this principle, this is not the way. If, for example, if you decide that whenever I want, I can learn any language, doesn't matter. Just now I have chosen these languages, I'll work on them.
Right.
So this is inner confidence. Now you're supposed to be with that inner confidence about every aspect in the world. Every situation. Whenever I think that there is, I don't know something about something. So that should not create any, scarcity in your life.
Right. Right.
You're supposed to take efforts to get the information. If you want to go for trek, you're supposed to find out the path. There's no one to guide you. So that perseverance, that commitment, that ready to put the step, readiness to go forward, that readiness, how to maintain this approach, those solutions are there in Indian Knowledge Bank. And because you know about the solution, that is not enough. You live with the solution, then you have all the answers about this world, where materialistic information is there, and you take it when you want it. So you can decide with your wisdom that when do you want it.
Okay.
So when do you want it? So this ability itself is developed in the child. When do I want it?
Beautiful.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
And I think you also answered the connection to the modern world. Do you want to add anything to it? Or?
Actually, what is that? I would like to say this, that in modern world, whatever is happening in any which field, that is to be known by you.
Yes. Yes.
Then you are updated.
Yes, that's how it is. Yes.
But if you be with the wisdom, most of the times we don't pay attention to the things which are happening around, but you don't, means you are not connected with, you don't want to be connected, you just avoid it. This is cunningly done. So you know that some people are killing some people.
Yes.
But you can't help, so you are avoiding it.
Right.
So this is done. So why should this happen with your mind, with your need of your mind? This should happen with your being, no? Your positive being.
Your sensitivity, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you are sensitive enough, you will decide that everything known, means everything should be known by me, is not needed, and openly I can say that I don't know this, and I'll get the information, and then I'll talk with you.
So urge to have this connection can be moderated. Is that how?
Then you won't run behind the informations, no? What is newspaper? You, without any need, you're reading whole of the newspaper. Or you're listening to news.
Yes.
And there is, some people, due to insecurity, they're listening to news because they can't discuss with their friends.
Right.
So within discussion, they should not lag behind.
Right,
so that's why they are taking information.
Right.
So this is not the way. So you can be open that you have your opinion very strong with your wisdom, though you don't know the information, you are clear that what has happened, and you will collect that information and give your opinion. So that wisdom, many people survive with this. Old people, they survive with this. They don't collect the information.
Right.
Just now, knowledge bank is not with us. That's why information is superimposed like knowledge. And if you don't know what is happening around you, if you don't know what is happening in every corner of the world,
Right.
then you are less of the knowledge. So
Yeah, you're looked down upon. Yes.
You are looked down upon.
Yeah.
So though you are looked down upon, if you are confident enough from inside, for what am I looked down upon? You just analyze it. Adopt it for being, and solve the problem. And this is done by very people who are from villages, students who are from villages. They don't know how to order in the hotel, and they develop that, how they manage it, and they'll order and finish. You're not supposed to learn it from childhood itself, that how to order. When you go to France, how to order it, you're supposed to practice how to order. So this itself, this exposure or this information, you give the ability to the child to sort it out, because world is big.
Yes.
How much can you know?
Yeah.
And why should you know?
And how much you should know. That's the critical point. Yeah.
Why should I know this? This is not my cup of tea. Why should I know it? Just to show that I know it. So just to show that I know it, how come it comes? It comes because you are not with the knowledge bank. So this is revival of ancient Gurukul, that you always learn to be with the knowledge bank. You always learn to be with your wisdom. You always learn to be with your abilities, your need of your life.
Excellent.
Practically.
This is an eye-opener for me. This is a very new way of looking at how to connect with the modern world. I used to think in a very traditional way. I have to know the information, but this settles me.
Yes. Not knowing information is very good actually. This is good for your life, because everything is not connected with your life. No?
It is not.
Yes. And though if you wish to connect it, it's not possible.
It is not.
So it's not, life is not meant for that. That you connect with lot many haphazards. You connect with yourself. A lot many haphazards are connected with you, and you are, you know them, and you are there to present the opinion. So this is not the life. No.
But that's what happens. I'm there to present the opinion, and that's about it. You're not really doing anything about it or solving the problem. You're not, because you're not in a capacity to do so.
So what is true citizenship? No. Just now what is happening? True citizenship is that knowing everything or what? No. Doing what is needful. So as Modi ji says that kya karna hai socho, kya banna hai mat socho. He says like that. So I bore him.
Excellent connection. Excellent connection.
Yes. So this is there.
Okay. A little bit not changing gears really. So this revival process, what are the pathways of achieving the revival process or connection to the modern world? Both of them. What are the pathways?
See, there is certain ability in certain age. For 5 years child, what is needful? What kind of ability the child should have? At the age of 7, what kind of ability it should have?
Okay.
At the age of 18, at the age of 16, what kind of abilities are there? Those are chalked out in our Gurukul system.
Okay.
We have sorted them out, that for living prosperous, developing life, constantly developing, forceful and enjoyable life, to develop that life, to train child to make their life, not adopting. So train them to make their life. For that, some abilities are decided. For 5 years old, for 7 years old, for 2 years or 1.5 years, like that, the abilities are sorted out. Even if we go deep, for 2 months also we sort out the abilities.
Wow. Okay.
For 2 months also in childhood it is there. And if you don't connect with the information, then if you're sure with the knowledge and abilities of brain, then it is by 3 months, 4 months it is there. Like, so child changes once it happens, once they get that approach towards using their brain, it happens, the ability is changed. See, brain is not used as it is means as itself it is working. No, your approach should be there. Your mana, buddhi and chitta, means your chitta and mana, how it operates with the brain, then brain will get operated. For example, once we are so ambitious to complete something, then we sit for whole of the night, and our brain is intact. In the morning also we are fresh. So how soldiers are there? How soldiers are surviving on the border, and they are on the toes. So approach is, they are leaving their approach. So this approach, if that approach is there, your brain is used more than 6%. More than 6%. What as we say that. Right. So if it is, if approach changes your ability to use your brain, then most of the times you are supposed to focus on your approach itself. Okay. So that is, working on your antakarana, your inner self. If your approach is disturbed, then your brain cannot work.
Interesting.
So for example, if one elephant is going, and he is going, yesterday an Acharya gave that example, for 71 hours, 71 kilometers, that elephant sits for 3 times.
Okay.
For 375 kilometers, how many times the elephant will sit? So child was not knowing. He doesn't know this, count this tables and nothing. So he just started
writing.
Plus adding 71, and then he went to 375, and every time 3 times the elephant is sitting, then he divided into 3. Okay. Everything he was doing, he was committed to get the answer. Yes, he was not provided any tool. He was sitting over there for totally 45 minutes and solved the problem. Whatever tools are there, this is called as approach, and it was there that he got the factors, in that. He was playing with the factors, and this is the ability of brain. Once you get the approach, you can use your brain anyhow. So this is there, this is there in Gurukul system, where you are open and free to use your brain. How much can you use? Come on. So this is not decided by others. Okay. This is not decided, or this is not claimed also, and this is not pre-decided that this much is used by this age. No way. You are given challenges, and you can solve challenges by your perseverance, your approach, your inner virtues, your inner commitment. Solving all the problems, it's only and only dependent on your inner being. Okay. It is said in Ramayana that how Ram solved his problem without any tool, any support from anyone. He killed all the Rakshasas, and it was horrifying. Means if we read that reference, we get to know that inner attitude has built up his aptitude. Every time your inner attitude is always building your aptitude. So this is ongoing process. Okay. That process works in each and every age. Okay. And that so maintaining your inner well-being and inner approach towards perseverance and virtues which are useful for your life and others' life. This maintenance, for that itself, abilities are chalked out. Excellent. So these abilities are there, and for grasping also it is there. For cognition also it is there. Once you are positive, you will grasp everything. Yeah. Once you are negative, you won't pay attention at all. So this is say yasya yat ishtam tat tasya iti. So if you like it, if you wish that this is mine, then you go for it.
Yes. Otherwise you don't.
Otherwise you don't.
Yeah.
So why do you think that it should be mine? Why do you think that it is useful for me? If you think it is useful for you, if you have that, anvikshiki to think that what is useful for you, then you will go for it. So that anvikshiki is taught. So this is, this is ancient Gurukul which Gurukul has given us. And today in modern world it is always there. Though the world changes, it becomes very, very fast. Still this anvikshiki, the capability or capacity to evaluate yourself inside within seconds, and reviving your approach, cleaning your approach, that method itself is our ancient Gurukul.
So within seconds you can
Yes.
assess yourself. That's the ability. No, we're not talking about months and months of deliberation.
No
nothing
way,
like
because
that.
word is very fast.
It is.
Lot many things will come in front of you.
Yeah.
How will you sort it out? Anytime you can drift into the negativity.
It is very much
So-
possibility. Yes.
So
Right.
you means allowing this is not possible when you are with your bank of wisdom.
Okay. So that speed is also given by this
Yes,
pathway you just talked about.
Yes. This is true training. That how do you be with your wisdom? How do you use your approach? And how do you use information which is around you? Whenever it is needful, you are capable to take it.
Right.
Whenever it is not needed, you can leave it apart.
Yes.
You can forget things as early as possible.
Yeah.
You can remember things as long as you can. Both things are decided by the person who
Yes.
knows that how much should I do? How much should I do it?
Excellent. So one question that is still bugging me is that about the revival process itself.
Yes.
You talked about the atmosphere,
Yes.
but is it really negative to bring back some of the features, or if not most of the features from that old atmosphere to the modern world? Is it really, will it be really negative perception by the people?
Not negative perception, but living in that atmosphere is very, very fascinating.
It is. That's why I'm.
And you enjoy it. So it happens that outside world is totally different from you. So you can manage till 70-80%.
Okay.
But most of times then you become negative about outer atmosphere which is there in modern world.
Oh, so that's the hazard.
That's the problem, that then child cannot enjoy the world which is outside there. No? They
That's
should
a
be
very
able
good
to.
point.
They should be able to. If they are connected to chulha and they are doing everything in chulha, they cannot enjoy the gas life, modern life of apartment world. They cannot enjoy that. So how can you confine them to that? No.
So it is
Having experience of chulha is good.
So
But
it
just
is
confining.
impractical, or it's not pragmatic to actually.
What is purpose of our education? They should enjoy each and everything which they come across. In their life, what will come? In their life, pollution will come. In their
Yes.
life, traffic will come.
Yes.
Do we want to create child who is blaming all the people all the time, and he is blaming pollution, and he is worried about pollution, and he is always worried about it's conservative, and he's telling you, preaching you for half an hour. If he looks at that tree is cut off, he'll preach you for half an hour.
Yeah.
Do you want that type of child? No. We want a child with the wisdom. So how can they will match if we tell them that everything in modern world is bad, or naturally we don't tell them that it is bad, but naturally it happens that when ancient lifestyle is provided, then naturally it happens that they become negative about because all these things are negative practically.
Yeah, they are. They're
So
imparting negativity.
having lot of traffic is good or what?
No, it's not.
Having big pollution is good or what? No,
No.
nothing is good outside.
Yeah.
So what is just knowing that it is not good, still you be very comfortably with it. So that comfort level, you are taking it off, no. So this is not done, no? You will give them very fabulous ancient atmosphere in Gurukul, and then once they are exposed outside, and what will they do then? So they are to deal with their knowledge bank. They're supposed to deal with their wisdom. If wisdom itself, which is achieved in the Gurukul, it is disturbed outside, then what is the use of?
Yes.
So, and here outside, they are supposed to take the solutions, be with the solutions, have that commitment to be with the solutions. So this is difficult, more difficult.
So it's not really about being mutually exclusive. It's more about including both.
Yes, they
sides.
should be very, very happy in pollution also. They should enjoy. Yes.
That's a difficult statement to digest, but yeah, I understand the moral of what you're trying to say actually.
See, we don't want to disturb their life, They should be able to live their life in any which situation, where the flights are flying for the day, 5 minutes, and everywhere. So if they start, the Akasha Tattva is getting disturbed, and then if they start saying this, what will you do with them? No? So they will become very negative. So this is not done. So they'll enjoy that also. They'll say that how Akasha Tattva is getting disturbed, and I have a definite solution for those, and I may get solutions for this.
So it is basically walking this very fine line between that ancient wisdom and a modernism.
Yes, they should know that if something is happening in the modern world too much, how to stop it. We want leaders. We want leaders who will take decisions, in their life. They'll go outside in materialistic world and they'll take decisions. So that ability, when they are in the comfort level, they are happy, they're living prosperous life, and they are not they are going through hazards. Then they can take the decisions which are positive for our world.
Right.
So how Prithvi is protected by these type of students who will develop themselves in Gurukul, they will be the leaders to take decisions where
action is needed.
Action is needful, and we need that guidance. That with ancient wisdom, we need people who will practically execute everything in the modern world. So
excellent,
we need those leaders. So this leadership is lived daily routine for hour by hour. The leadership is lived.
So that's probably one of the other pathways of
Yes.
implementation.
Who is leader? No, leader who knows that what is his task and how much can he go. He's leader. So for every task, you are supposed to be like a leader itself.
Yeah.
What is my task? How much should I go? How much can I go? Just now, if this is my ability, how will I develop my ability? He is leader, So these type of leaders we are supposed to create in Gurukul. So this is the means we are keen to not to separate them from the world. We are keen to give them the wisdom of ancient Gurukul.
I think it is appropriate to stop at this point. Excellent guidance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks everyone. If you are watching the video and if you like the content, please hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Namo Namaha.